What's up, everyone? Welcome to the October 27th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoney DFS. We have a four-game NBA slate tonight, so as usual, we're going to take a look at 5 of the top tournament options using the Boom Bust tool on the Stokastic.com website. But first, be sure to click the link below. The no-brainer bet is back at BetMGM. All you have to do is click the link in the description below. Bet $10 on a pregame money line. You'll get $200 in free bets from BetMGM if anyone in that game hits a three-pointer. It's as close to free money as you're going to find. So be sure to click the link below. Bet $10, win $200 in free bets. This offer is not available to residents of New York, Pennsylvania, Mississippi, or Ontario. But if you have access to BetMGM and live in a different state other than those 4 or 3 states and a province, be sure to click the link below, make that bet, get your free $200. Now, looking at the top 5 tournament options on DraftKings, number 5, Bam Adebayo, projected for 17% ownership with a 20% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Adebayo is $7,300 on DraftKings with center eligibility. So far this year, he has struggled, producing only 0.89 DraftKings points per minute. But since the start of last season, he has averaged 1.13 DraftKings points per minute in the time that he has shared the floor with Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler. It's likely just a matter of time until you start seeing similar production again this season. Number 4, Darius Baisley, projected for 17% ownership with a 21% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Baisley is just $3,700 on DraftKings with power forward and center eligibility. His playing time is volatile, but he has averaged 1.01 DraftKings points per minute this season, and value is very difficult to come by tonight. There are a lot of players to pay up for, but not a lot of value. So taking chances on somebody like Baisley, who does typically produce solid fantasy results on a per minute basis, makes some sense. Number 3, Luka Doncic. 19% projected ownership, 23% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Both of those numbers would certainly be a lot higher on a 4-game slate, except for, as I mentioned before, there isn't much value to be had, and Doncic is an expensive $12,000 with only point guard eligibility. He's been excellent so far this season, averaging 1.8 DraftKings points per minute with a 42.1% usage rate and a 43.4% assist percentage. Number 2, Ja Morant, $10,200, projected for 22% ownership with a 25% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Morant is point guard only as well. Going back to the start of last season, in games where Jaren Jackson Jr. has been inactive and Dillon Brooks has been active, Morant has averaged 1.42 DraftKings points per minute with a 30.7% usage rate and 36% assist percentage. And number 1, Keegan Murray, 29% projected ownership, 33% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Murray will be starting for the Kings tonight. He played 38 minutes off the bench last game, including starting the second half. Now he'll be in the starting lineup. He's only $5,500 with small forward and power forward eligibility. In the regular season, he's averaged 0.79 DraftKings points per minute. Going back to the preseason, he's averaged 1 DraftKings point per minute. He was a top 5 pick this year and is likely to be underpriced at this price point. And as I mentioned before, not a lot of value on this slate either, makes him even more valuable. So to recap, the top 5 tournament options: number 5, Bam Adebayo; number 4, Darius Baisley; number 3, Luka Doncic; number 2, Ja Morant; and number 1, Keegan Murray.